Hello YouTube and welcome back to Let's Play Bloons Advanced Battles. Before I really get started, yesterday I was trying to record an episode and I, started the sound recorder, started playing and blah blah blah, I was talking, commentated on an episode and I was like, oh sweet. Then I paid attention and realized that apparently I wasn't recording the video and that was already kind of late in the day, and this guy apparently has way more victories than I do, so he's definitely going to win. But so yeah, sorry for no episode yesterday, just I started late and I'm already starting late on this day. Hopefully I'll start up earlier tomorrow. But anyways, let's see. I'm actually, wait, no, not with a, not going to start off with a, what's it called, what is it called? Buccaneer, that's what I'm going to start off with my boomerang thrower like always. Alright, and I'm going to switch over to the Buccaneer later, but obviously right now starting with the boomerang thrower. And he's starting off with a wizard, which may possibly be the best starting tower thing, but just because the monkey wizard, monkey apprentice, mage thingamajig, that is able to pop all Bloon types when it has very few upgrades. Well, really just 2 upgrades, but it is kind of a cheaper tower, not only on the sense of it costs less money, but also it has a bit of a lower ceiling for potential, so that's kind of why I don't use it. But I prefer the Glaive Ricochet, of course, because of its amazing ability to destroy long streams or clumps of Bloons. And I read a comment on a Bloons Monkey City video saying that they nerfed the Glaive Ricochet, but I don't know if they nerfed it for like all Bloons games or just for Bloons Monkey City, or if, maybe it affects Bloons Advanced Battles as well. But I don't know. I'm not sure exactly how well the wizard monkey apprentice is gonna handle my long stream of reds. Probably it's gonna be okay. I'm sure my opponent knows what he's doing if he's had as much experience as it says he has. But right now, of course, I'm just sending in my red Bloons to increase my income up to 300 every 6 seconds, which is 50 per second, which is enough to constantly stream blue Bloons by holding down number 2, the 2 key on the keyboard, so that I'll be able to increase my income even more and add a little bit of pressure to my opponent by obviously sending in those Bloons and distracting his forces by a little bit. And he hasn't sent any Bloons at me, which makes me think that maybe he has a banana farm to help him with his income, which obviously he's not using yet, but he may eventually start using it, or he might have just developed a strategy that doesn't require an increased income. And I've tried a couple games where I don't send any Bloons to my opponent and just stick with, dang it, he's using pink Bloons, but but I just stick with the Bloons that I have. Dang it, I need to stop sending Bloons and work on my defense, because I'm gonna end up just focusing on constantly sending Bloons at him, and I'm not gonna develop my defenses anymore, and that's gonna be really bad. But alright, so I'm setting the targeting for the Monkey Buccaneer to strongest to make sure that I'm helping pop those stronger pink-tiered Bloons first. Although right then I should have changed it to first so I could get that red Bloon. But the Glaive Ricochet is nice, very helpful for that. So I only lost 1 Bloon, or 1 life, because of 1 Bloon. I'm going to go back to using reds, so that I'm still like gaining my current money while increasing my income. Because if I constantly stream the blue Bloons, then I'm kind of spending all of the money that I'm making while I'm, oh wait, connection to server opponent lost, waiting for a connection. I don't know if that means that I'm having a problem connecting, or if my opponent is having a problem connecting. It says connection to server or opponent lost, so that probably means they're having a problem, but I have no idea. Alright, so let's see if this will work. Let's see. Because I need camo lead detection, which means that my Monkey Buccaneer is going to have to go up to the cannon chip upgrade, and hopefully I can squeeze in another Buccaneer in that little pool, but I don't think so. So let's see, now it has camo detection, so I don't have to worry about that. And then just at 1200, I'll send in my cannon chip. And I think at 400 every 6 seconds for my income is when I'm going to switch over to the blue Bloons to increase my income and all that. So If I had stuck with just, actually at 375, I'll start switching to blue balloons, but if I had just stuck with my Glaive Ricochet, and he had kept using his pink balloons, if I was just stubborn and only used my Glaive Ricochet and he was smart and only used his pink balloons, then I may have, well, lost that round, because with only the Glaive Ricochet, you really can't handle the shifted balloons that I kind of mentioned. Actually, wait, I didn't mention, because I didn't record that episode. Alright, so what I was trying to say in the last episode that, of course, didn't get recorded is down here on these balloons. On the top, they're all grouped together. It says grouped reds, grouped blues, grouped greens, and all that. And for the grouped reds, there's 8 reds, which is 8 layers of balloon. On the bottom, it's spaced blues, or spaced pinks, or spaced blacks. So that, and there's 6 of them. So that means that since each blue balloon has 2 layers, then that 6 blue balloons will have 12 layers of balloon, but they're more spaced out. And the reason why the spaced pinks are more difficult, because the pink has 5 layers, if I remember correctly. It's red, blue, green, yellow, pink. So yeah, 5 layers. And there's 3 of them, which is 15 layers, while the other's 12 layers, because it's 6 blue balloons, so that's 12 layers. But anyways, the reason why the spaced pinks are so much more dangerous for the Glaive Ricochet is because they have a higher tier, or a higher tier, because they have 5 layers. So the Glaive Ricochet has to attack 5 times in order to pop a single balloon. And because they're spaced out, it's harder for the Glaive Ricochet to ricochet off of all of them, and you know, be helpful in that way. And now I'm going to switch over to green balloons, even though I should probably worry about the cannon ship. So I'm actually going to stop sending balloons right now at the moment, even though I could probably put in some good pressure on my enemy by sending in some higher tiered balloons or something. But anyways, the Buccaneer, or the cannon ship now, it's better at getting those higher tiered balloons just because it has a little bit of a faster attack rate, plus because it has the grape shot, its cannon, and then the dart. It's able to have multiple attacks each time it actually attacks. So dang it, I can't place another Buccaneer, but I will use a Ninja Monkey and try to upgrade it towards a Bloon Jitsu Monkey. Probably going to end up with just a double shot to help out with any camo balloons. Now again, well, not again, because I mentioned it in the episode that I did record, but right now I would probably lose to a regrow rush, where if he just sent a bunch of regrow balloons right now, then I probably wouldn't survive, because well, my defenses just aren't that good. And if I have 2 or 3 Glaive Ricochet, then I will be able to survive a regrow rush. A rainbow regrow is one of the biggest ones because of their the multiplication if they regrow right. But alright, so I'm actually going to focus right now on getting another Glaive Ricochet, just because again those regrows are pretty dangerous. I'm actually going to get the red hot rigs on that one, just in case he sends a lead at me. Or if leads actually appear and the cannon ship can't get it for some reason. So again, once I'm going to get the Glaive Ricochet, then that'll help get rid of any regrow threats, even though obviously with those other defenses I'm doing alright. But once I do get the Glaive Ricochet, then I'm going to start increasing my income again, because I won't really have to worry so much about the balloons that he's sending, because my defenses should be good enough. Because now with 2 Glaive Ricochet, I'm shaving off 2 layers of balloon every time they throw, which again, I really should learn how fast, like how many throws per second, or how many glaives per second it throws, but actually I'm going to upgrade this to red hot rings as well, just to be sure that all of my defenses except the Ninja Monkey can pop lead. Alright, so they obviously know that I have camo lead detection, or they just don't like using the camo lead strategy, like they just don't like sending balloons or something. Well, yeah, they are sending balloons, never mind. But so they obviously know that I know about the camo lead detection. So that is a very good tip that I would recommend to all of you. Remember camo lead and plan for camo lead, because your opponent will most likely use camo lead. Not always. If they see that you have a defense good enough for a camo lead, then they probably won't send camo lead at you. But it is a very powerful technique that you need to know how to use if you can tell that your opponent isn't going to be able to defend against it, and you need to know how to defend against it so that your opponent doesn't use it against you. And I'm not really sure how well I'm increasing my income because of these moments where I don't have any money to send in balloons. I've discussed it before in another video, but it's kind of bad, I guess. But I'll deal with it because I'm still not the most efficient income increaser, if that makes sense. If that's a real term, I guess. Alright, so let's see. My next plan, my next step, I guess, is to get a Bloon Jitsu monkey to help out with any other camos that might appear, because the cannon ship is great, but it's not the best. And right now, just a double shot ninja monkey is also great, but again, also not the best. And Glaive Ricochet is good against clumps, and doesn't have camo protection, but that's alright, because I've got the other camo, or the other towers for the camo detection. And if I had a monkey village or a mortar tower, then I really wouldn't have to worry about camo detection, because monkey village would allow my boomerang throwers with Glaive Ricochet to have camo detection because the radar scanner upgrade, or I could use the mortar towers with their signal flare, I think it's called, upgrade that will uncamouflage the camo balloons, which is very useful. But it does take a little bit of work because you need 2, maybe 3, just to be 100% sure that you're getting every single camo balloon. So just having a little bit of additional camo support, like a ninja monkey or a buccaneer, is always nice to have when you have a mortar tower, or even if you have a mortar tower. So right now my income is increasing quite a bit more, because now I'm making 1,000 every 6 seconds, but I'm still not at the point where I'm actually making money while increasing the amount of money I'm making. Like, I'm still getting to a point where I don't have enough money to send more balloons, but thankfully that point is going away quicker, I guess, if that makes sense, because now here, I'm constantly able to make more balloons, and then, okay, for like half a second, I wasn't able to make a balloon, but now, at this point, I'll be constantly making balloons at a rate where I'm increasing my current amount of money while I'm increasing my income, so that I'm actually getting more money while I'm increasing the amount of money I'm getting, which I'm not sure if I'm explaining that well enough because I'm not even understanding what I'm saying. But now I'm actually building up my money, I guess. I don't know, I should stop trying to explain this because I'm just going to make it more confusing. Let me know in the comments if you actually know what I mean and you know how to describe it better. Alright, so I'm making more money than I'm spending. How about that? That's a better way to describe it. I'm not only making more money than... no, I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm making more money than I'm spending. That's it. Alright, so yeah, it's gonna be at the point where not right as I get my money, I'm gonna have enough, but right before I get money, like, I'm not really good at describing this. Like, let's say every 6 seconds I get 1,000. So if I'm at 1750 and I just got my extra 1,000, I don't want to spend it on my Bloon Jitsu yet. I want to wait until I have 2,750 and then I get my 1,000 so that I know I'm still going to have enough money to send in my green balloons and have enough for the Bloon Jitsu. So obviously now I do have enough for the Bloon Jitsu. And now my next goal is MOAB Maulers, because the MOABs will appear and they will be pretty strong. And of course right now I'm going against my philosophy that I was just talking about, where I should wait until I have enough money and all that. But that's fine, because I'm getting a lot more money, and these are much less expensive upgrades. So let's see. Got the 2 Glaive Ricochet for clump control, crowd control, I guess, path busting, or whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to get these MOAB Maulers to deal with the MOABs, obviously, and still increasing my income quite a bit, so that's always nice. Cannon ship is good for camo lead detection, but this is kind of like the round 42, because it's basically in this game you're skipping every other round from Bloons Tower Defense 5. So in the next round, I think, is going to be when the MOAB actually appears. So I should actually be placing these MOAB maulers closer to the beginning of the track, but and I should really stop spending money now on the balloons, or sending balloons, and start worrying much more about MOAB mauling, because I don't think I have enough defenses for a MOAB mauler, or to destroy a MOAB, but we'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully it's enough. I've got the Bloonjitsu monkey to help out with the ceramics that'll come out of the MOAB, but don't know exactly how well this is going to go. And I'm only sending balloons at my opponent in order to increase my income, so I'm not really trying to defeat him with the balloons. Right now I'm trying to just outlive him, because he has a pretty good defense right now. He has a monkey village, which I'm sure has a radar scanner to allow a super monkey to have camo detection, which is really good. And one thing that I actually really like about this stage, even though it's new and I've only played down it like once, is that the way that this path sort of winds back and forth, it's really helpful for using a MOAB mauler, because here it's able to attack on 3 different paths. So any MOABs that are getting through, if there's a long stream of MOABs or something, I'm gonna line this up with MOAB maulers, I should say. So that's gonna be good. But right now, as you saw, I was able to defeat that one MOAB pretty easily. So once I get to that, I'm actually going to start sending in more balloons, increase my income. Because if you can increase your income to like 3,000 every 6 seconds, then that's really good. That's like 500 every second. And I've even gotten it to a point where it's like 10,000 and 12,000 every 6 seconds, which is like 2,000 or 3,000 every second, which was pretty awesome. Because that lets you build like a MOAB mauler every 2 seconds, which is pretty cool. It's very helpful. So like I said, right now I'm just increasing my income by sending in these yellow balloons, which he's obviously paying attention to because he's sending his Dartling guns to attack right there where the balloons will show up. And again, oh no, connection. But again, I'm trying to get to the point where I'm making more money than I'm spending, so that I'm knowing that I'm increasing my income at a steady rate. And you will see a win by default. What? I don't want to win by default. I wanted to see how long that would go on. Man. Oh well, I'm actually complaining about a victory. Oh man. Alright, well, that was nice, I guess. Oh well. Alright, so that's it for that episode. That's kind of anticlimactic, but thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time.